You're listening to S. Yolanda Robinson, and I'm S. Yolanda Robinson. But boy, do I have a treat for you today. I mean, this is a real treat because we have Fran Curtis Frazier on the show. Now, anybody in Columbus, if they're serious about organizing women, they have to talk to Fran. And if the history of women is ever written in Columbus, Ohio, Fran would be there. In fact, Fran has been all over the world uplifting women, doing whatever she can to make our lives better. So it is really a pleasure. I mean, I've been in homeless shelters and people are saying, Miss Fran, do you know Miss Fran? Tell Miss Fran I said hello. And let me tell you, she just received the Greater Columbus Basketball Legends Association's Hall of Fame Award, which is really deserving. And people are saying, well, when you go to the enshrinement ceremony, tell Miss Fran hello. And everybody has a Miss Fran story about how she changed their lives. So, Fran, how are you today?
Yolanda, I'm really good, and I'm wondering who is she talking about?
We're talking about you now, Fran. I'm telling you, if I ever read the history of Columbus and they don't have your name, I'm gonna be out there protesting. I said, what you don't know, Fran Frazier? I mean, I've been working with you and I've been watching you for almost 50 years
So true.
and working on issues like child care issues, extended health issues, economic issues. I mean, whatever issues that are affecting women in our city, women in other cities, you are right there. So, what keeps you going like that, Fran?
I truthfully, I ran into Malik Moore at the Barnett Library today,
Yeah.
and he said, Fran, he said, you are blowing up on LinkedIn. It must be something you did, Lonnie. Uh,
I love it because that's who you are. I mean, you are who you are. I
and
just I love doing
I
it.
was like, I don't know nothing about that, Malik. I don't know nothing about that.
And women from all over the world on LinkedIn are singing your praise. I think the last time I checked, you might be having 9,000 views, and it's going
Really,
up every day.
really,
Really, Fran?
oh
Really?
my God,
It's
that
going
that
up
is.
every single day. Every time I say, well, that's a Fran thing.
Oh, I can't even believe it.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth, Yolanda. There was I was I got married when I was about 28, and my husband got killed in a car accident probably a year and a half after we got married.
Mm,
And I went through a really rough time.
mhm.
And the only thing I was able to do that saved me was truthfully, it was reaching out to God. I
Mhm.
mean, really and truly.
Mhm.
And I wasn't in the church. I was just desperate.
Mhm.
And I had heard somewhere that if you come to that realization of the presence of God in your life,
Mhm.
that you should ask God, what did God want you to do?
Mhm.
Now, I have since found out that's not always the case. You don't always have to ask God what to do. Uh, but I did, and I felt clearly that God had said to me, I want you to gather up women.
Mhm.
And so I have been doing that ever since then. And so that was
Yeah.
1978, somewhere
Yeah.
around there.
Yes.
And so I have been doing my best to be obedient to that call
Yeah.
and obedient to that relationship. So So I don't actually, and I was telling Malik this today. I
Uh,
don't, I don't actually, I don't think too much about the work itself,
mhm,
you know, but I am mindful that this is something I'm supposed to be doing. So I just do it.
mm. And you do it well. And you do it well. I mean, and the thing that is so wonderful about the way you organize, everybody can connect with you.
Mm.
I mean, it's so wonderful that the ladies. Some people organize and they don't talk to some of the people that they represent. But the ladies, and we know that. I mean, they're up front, but when they see some of the people that are struggling, but like I said, I remember doing some breast cancer workshops, and the ladies was asking me, I'm there to do the breast, and they said, "Do you know Miss Fran?" Yes, I know Miss Fran. I work with Miss Fran on some issues. So that's the beauty of it, and the beauty of it too is I remember back, Fran. You remember when we were working on women's issues in Columbus? You did
Oh,
a
that's right.
Black
Black
Women's
Women's Health
Health.
Project.
Everywhere there's a women's issue, there's Fran. And Fran, it's just wonderful that Greater Columbus Basketball Legends Association is saying thank you to you for the work that you're doing. Now I mean, you don't stop. You don't stop. I mean, you got 3 or 4 projects going on, and don't.
That's true.
And let me tell you, if you say hi to Fran, she's got a project for you.
You know what? I ran into somebody one day. I won't mention their name because I know your listening audience. I know they know her.
They know her.
But but she said to me, she said, I was saying, "Hey, how you doing?" And she said, "Don't ask me to do nothing, Fran, because when you come around, you got something people, you want somebody to be doing." She said, "Every time I see you, it's all about work."
Yes,
And
we got work to do.
but
Don't we?
there is work to do, Yolanda. It
Yeah,
is, and I'm grateful for women like yourself, who support, whatever the work is. You know what I mean?
yeah. I,
And um, and
I'm so
I
glad you're doing it because when we looked at, I mean, if it wasn't for the work that you did, along with the other sisters that went on, we would not be where so many things that are going on today would never have happened. Because, friend, you were at the table.
yes,
Many people didn't get to the table.
that is true. That's true.
But you was at the
That's
table saying, "Hey,
that's true.
we need to be looking at this from a woman's perspective. We be
That's
need
right.
from a black woman's perspective." I mean, do you have a problem sometimes doing both of them? Some of them are white issues and some of them are black issues. From
No, because I think, truthfully, I think every issue
Mhm.
eventually is going to affect the lives of Black women and Black girls.
Yes, yes,
So
and
it has to be through that lens. That's the lens I look at everything,
everything, everything.
everything. And if I am in the company of white women,
Hmm.
um, I am very clear that I'm at the table on behalf of Black women.
I know. I've heard you. I've been in the room where you said that. Yes, but what impacts their lives what impacts us impacts the whole entire
That's
community.
right. That's
Yeah,
exactly right. That's
yes, yes,
exactly right.
yes,
That that's how important I think Black women really are.
yes, yes. Now, Fran, I mean, I said, wow, would you listen to this? I
Mm.
mean, you did work with some more people and orchestrating, I mean, and doing some research on young black girls. And it
Yes.
was and it's the only one of its kind in the country.
Yes.
Could you tell us, tell the listening audience? I mean, it was shocking some of the results from the survey.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely. the Ohio Department of Mental Health called me. I had been doing a lot of work around Black girl aggression in public schools. Because, there was a period when all you heard was Black girls was fighting. Just fighting in school, fighting in their community. And I was really in the middle of that because I kept thinking there's more to just this fighting thing. What else is going on in our girls' lives that even get them to the point that they want to fight? And so anyway, the Ohio Department of Mental Health called me and said, we want to look at mental health in the Black community, and we're wondering if you might be interested in partnering with us. And I said, I'm only interested right now in looking at what is affecting Black girls. So if you are interested in that, then I'm happy. And so we had to go round and round about that. Because at first it was, well, if we're going to look at Black girls, we need to look at white girls, we need to look at brown girls to do a comparison. And I was clear that if we look at Black girls first, then we'll know what the outcome is going to be for these other girls. But we need to look at Black girls. Our girls need to tell their own stories without having their stories compared to other people. And so they eventually,
there you go again, Fran.
Eventually they came my way, and we surveyed 411 Black girls in 4 cities. And we asked them, the girls was like, you asking too much of my business, Sister Fran. But we wanted to know, do you drink alcohol? Are you fighting? How often are you witnessing violence? So we asked them questions about witnessing violence and experiencing violence in their neighborhood, in their homes, in schools. We asked them, are you dizzy? What we're finding out is that, Yolanda, many of our girls have somatic illnesses based on the kind of chronic stress that they are under. So, our girls have headaches, they have backaches, their body aches. And so we call those somatic illnesses because they're based on the kind of everyday trauma our girls are experiencing. And it doesn't matter whether our girls come from 2-parent upper middle class Black families, or whether our girls are in economically disadvantaged communities. If they're Black and they are in the United States and they live in Columbus and Franklin County, their experiences, many of them are all the same. And so, which is one of the reasons why we work with girls from every socioeconomic background together. Because it's important for our girls to know that just because you live in New Albany doesn't mean that your story ain't as similar to mine at 20th and Atchison. You know what I'm saying? So, because if you take that mystery away, then maybe we can work together. And that is really the bottom line of this, helping our girls to build community with each other. Because, the more united we are, the more I see me in you. Then I can get the work done. Because we can do it together. One of the other things is, which is always so remarkable to me, is that out of 411 Black girls, only 16% felt that they had skills to resolve conflicts. So that's not even 35 girls. So we have been really working on teaching our girls conflict resolution, so that you're not fighting. So how do I breathe differently? We found out that when girls are in a hostile environment or when they are ready to fight or feel like they have to fight, their blood pressure actually goes up.
Mhm. Mhm.
Their cortisol levels go up.
Mhm.
And it puts them in this fight or flight kind of situation.
Mhm.
So our girls don't know how to flight. You know what I mean? They don't even know how to freeze.
Mhm.
They're figuring out how am I going to fight this girl to resolve my conflict?
Mhm.
So in one of our high schools, we started teaching girls yoga,
Mhm.
mindfulness, how to
Mhm.
breathe,
Mhm.
how to feel your heart rate so that you can calm yourself down so you can have a conversation instead of immediately trying
Running.
to go for the juggler.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
yes,
Well, good for you. Yeah, I mean, that's what makes you who you are. I mean, and it's driven.
it
It's
is.
God
It
driven.
is.
You know, you're
It's
looking at it
inspired
deeper.
work.
You're looking at the issue deeper than what it is on the surface, and getting into the real serious issues that are going on with us.
That's right.
Yes. Now you
That's
have a program that's coming up that you got me involved in, and I'm saying, "Oh my gosh, this is wonderful! It's wonderful. This is what we need." So I asking everybody, let's get some money over there. Let's get some money over there because we gotta save our girls. We gotta
that's right.
break these curses and change the next generation. So tell us a little bit about that program that you're doing.
Okay.
You know what, Fran? And there's women in Columbus that I've talked to. I've talked to Sigma Gamma Rho, 100
Okay.
Black. They're all excited too. They said, "What do you want me to do?" So you initiated the fire. You're a fire starter. And so, but
I'm gonna remember that. I remember that. That's what I'm gonna call myself, a fire
you
starter.
are a fire starter. That's what you do.
I'm gonna remember
And
that,
it's
Yolanda.
starting. Before I got on the show, I was talking to Ferranda Hall with Few. She said, "Yolanda, I don't have my letter yet." So anyway,
It's
the
coming,
ladies
Yolanda.
are.
It literally is being the link is being embedded as we speak.
I told him as soon as I get it, I'll get it to you. But that started with you, Fred. But tell the viewing audience a little bit about this program, this
Okay, I sure
awesome
will.
program you have coming up.
I sure
And you
will.
got men that want to get involved too. I meant to tell you, there's some men that said, "Oh, that's because they have daughters."
Yes,
Okay,
honey,
go on.
that's exactly right. All right. So
Yeah.
last year we all witnessed the killing, because that's what it was, the killing of Micaiah Bryant, 16-year-old sister who called the police
Yes.
asking for help because clearly neither she nor the girls that she was with had skills to resolve their conflict.
Hmm.
Did not.
Hmm.
So she had a knife trying to protect herself while she waited on the police.
Hmm.
So the police saw the knife and shot her. Now, the other issue is Micaiah was a large girl.
Hmm.
So Micaiah didn't look like the 16-year-old frail girl that,
Hmm.
I'm sure the police was thinking that's what would make her look young,
Hmm.
right? So we adultify our girls all the time,
Hmm.
all the time.
Hmm.
So after that, I was literally shaken,
Hmm.
and I could tell that I was being asked to do something about that. And I was like, I do not want to go there.
Hmm.
But I knew I had to. I could feel it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I sent a email it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I sent an email to 125 women that I either knew or knew about
Hmm. Hmm.
and said, really want to do something. If you can make a 6 p.m. Zoom meeting so we can talk about this, I would be grateful.
Mhm.
78 women, including you, Yolanda, showed up. 78. And so I knew it had nothing to do with me and whatever name
Mhm.
I have.
Mhm.
I knew it had to do with this was something that was just touching
Mhm.
women in our community. And so we started talking, and I said, I don't want to raise any money. I don't want to start a foundation. I don't want another 501c3. I'm not trying to do nothing like that. But I
Mhm.
do think we need to find a way to let our girls know we see you, we love you, we are here for you.
Mhm.
And so that's when I offered the idea of a love letter campaign.
Mhm.
And so women started writing love letters.
Mhm.
Black Girl Rising bought time with Radio One.
Mhm.
And so for the month of May, which was Mental Health Month,
Mhm.
we have Black women reading love letters to Black girls over the radio.
Mhm.
We now have those love letters and we are putting them in a book.
Mhm.
And a friend of mine in New York is head of a foundation connected to the Rockefeller Foundation, and sent us money to publish 2,000 books.
Yes.
So we are now, and you are part of our committee. You just volunteered. Okay, what you want me to do? What you want me to do? So now we have this mighty committee of what? 8 women, right? And
Yes.
um, we're going to be inviting girls
Mhm.
to a number of different venues, September 29th through October 2nd.
Mhm.
And we're going to have women in our community to read love letters out of this book to Black girls who are going to be dressed for success. And it will be in a tea kind of environment,
Mhm.
right? Where they'll have little sandwiches with the crust cut off, tea and little
Yes.
pastries, but an opportunity to say to our girls across the city, you really are loved. You are important to us.
Yes. Yes.
And we just want to pour that love right on out.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so that's what we're going to be doing. And it's the Love Letters to Black Girls campaign.
Love letters to black girls. So everybody, look out! That's coming, and, and all the people that I guess I'll be the president of the street committee. All the people out there, all the people out there that I've contacted, and if I haven't contacted you, I will be contacting you. We need your support. We
That's
want
right.
our young girls. Let's bring back the love in
That's
our
right.
community, and it's going to start with us. It starts with us, doesn't it, Fran?
That's right. It does. Well,
And
there's no other place to start.
it
If
starts
if
with
we don't
us.
love our girls, who's going to love them?
Yes, yes. So let's do this. We can do this, y'all.
Oh,
And
we're going to do
we
it.
can, and we will do this. Not
That's
can,
right.
we will do this
We will
September
do
the
this.
29th and October the 1st. Now, I'm going to send this out because 20, how many years has it? 20 some years. Is it 27 years?
For our Women's Day of Prayer.
That's another project that we're all working on. But prayer is important. So you've been doing
It
Women's Day of Prayer for
is 27 years.
27 years.
Isn't that
Wow.
something? Isn't that
It's
something?
something. And it's so beautiful to
It
see
is. It is.
all of us coming together. Men come too,
That's
because
right.
men
Men do come. They
they
do.
can come too. But we'll all have on our white and we'll be praying and praising the Lord. And,
That's right.
it's a good fellowship and it's just a wonderful program. So tell us a little bit more. I'm talking about it, but tell us more about Women's Day of
Okay.
Prayer.
So, 1988, Charlene Morgan. You remember Charlene Morgan?
Oh, yes, I do. I remember her. She was
We,
awesome. She was on the school
we,
board and she
yes,
lived in Poindexter Village. Yes.
yes. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
just an incredible, we were really good friends. And we were talking about um, teenage pregnancy back then in our community was really large.
Yes.
And so Charlene and I decided there was enough programming going on. Maybe what we needed to do was to pray, because she was a praying woman, spiritual
Mhm.
woman.
Mhm.
And so we decided we would have a Women's Day of Prayer in Franklin Park. Now we just gonna be in the park, right? We
Mhm.
we didn't have no
You weren't
space.
gonna get any
We
permits.
ain't got no space. We have none. We just praying in the park. And invited some women, and probably 30 women out there. We praying in the park, and it started raining.
Uh-huh.
And Pastor Troy, Leon Troy, came by
Uh-huh.
the park, because I was in his church then,
Uh-huh.
came by the park and to see what we were doing. And it started raining. He said, "Don't worry about a thing, daughter." He called City Hall, and I'm telling you, within 20 minutes, somebody was there, opened up the Davis complex, and we was praying inside Franklin Park.
Won't God do it? Won't he do
Won't he
it?
do it, right? Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? So nobody got wet that day.
That's what God does.
And then, and so then we had that, oh, and we prayed that those institutions that were making it difficult for our people to have a quality of life would shut down. Joe's Hole, you remember Joe's Hole?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Closed the next day.
Won't he do it?
Closed the next day.
Oh my goodness.
It was amazing. So then we just had that day, and we didn't do it again. And then I was on retreat in 1996.
Mhm.
And I heard that I should start that day again.
Mhm.
So we had a Women's Day of Prayer
Mhm.
in August,
Mhm.
and we have it on a Monday, because Monday is not a day of worship for any religion.
Mhm.
Usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, some religion is honoring that day as Sabbath.
Mhm.
But Monday, you actually have to set aside that day. You have to take that day off
Mhm.
to honor God. And that's why we have it on a Monday. It's the third Monday of every year in August.
Yes.
And
Yes.
this year we had it virtual for 2 years because of COVID.
Uh-huh.
So we're kind of easing back into it now. And normally our day is from 8:30 to 6:30, but we wanted to kind of ease back in. So our day will start at 9:30 with inspirational music and breakfast, because we like to have a continental breakfast, because the elder sisters come early and they need something to eat, because they stay all day.
Mhm.
So we always have a little continental breakfast, and then our program will start at 10 o'clock. We pray for women, we pray for children and families, and we pray for our community throughout the entire day. And so we're going to have women like yourself give testimony. We have women praying. We have liturgical dance. Elder Tony West and Aziza West will be with us
Ooh,
for the drum
wow.
call.
Yes.
The Aquaba women's drumming circle will be
Ooh,
performing.
yes.
The St. Bakita dancers will be performing from St. Dominic's Church.
Yes.
The thing that makes this so unique is that women from all faiths are invited.
Yes.
So this is just not a Christian activity.
Mhm.
This is just not a Christian day. If you believe in God, you
Yeah.
can show up.
That's right. That's right.
And it doesn't matter whether you're in church or out of church. If you believe in God, this is your day to be with your sisters.
That's right.
And It is, and we more and more we have white women, we have Latina women, we have Muslim women, we have
Mhm.
Baha'i women,
Mhm.
we have unity women, we have women from all faiths
Mhm.
who join us in prayer, who join us in song. And we have incredible dancers, we have incredible singers,
Oh, yes.
and spoken word.
Mhm.
It's just a beautiful thing. And we also have lunch for the women who are staying the whole day.
Yes. All right.
And it's
Wow.
all
That's
free,
going to be
Yolanda. It's all free.
everything's free. Everything is contributed.
Everything is free.
It's out of love, the
Yes,
love that comes out from our community on
that's
that day for Women's Day of Prayer. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful event to see, and it's very spiritual. Um, you're not required to wear white, but most
yeah.
everybody wears white when they come in to the
Right.
program.
We asked the women to wear white, and actually, um, planning this event 27 years ago was Dr. Linda James Myers. We were
Yeah,
taking, we used to walk all the
yeah,
time.
yes.
And so I was telling Linda, I said, I want to do this day of prayer. We haven't done it since 1988.
Hmm.
And she said, well, I think the women should wear white. And I
Hmm.
was like, oh, that would be gorgeous.
And it's beautiful.
And so we wear white in prayer solidarity. So even if you can't be with us and
Hmm.
you have to work that day, you can
Yeah.
still wear white.
Yeah, I remember one year my office wore white because we had to work.
Oh, get out.
But we were in solidarity with you. You know, we all came. You said you got your white on. Yes, yes, yes. So we were all in solidarity because everybody can't get off from work, but you
That's
can come
right.
a little bit later after you get off from work.
That's right.
No, because it's going to be over with it.
Right. It'll be over at 3:30 this
At
time.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
next year, hopefully
Mhm.
we'll be in a much better climate
Yes, yes,
and we can be there all day because
yes,
we did have lots of women. We have waves of women. You don't have to stay the whole day. You can
yes,
come for an hour, a couple of hours.
yes.
But we would always have a large swell of women coming between 4:30 and 5 o'clock because once they got off work, they
Mhm.
would
They
just
come
come
right
right
up.
over.
Mhm.
And then we'd end up there at 7 and 7:30 instead of ending at 6:30 because then nobody want to leave.
Yes, yes. So once we get together and that positive energy,
That's
all
right.
that positive, loving energy, what we all need. So
That's right.
if you need to be in a positive room with lots of love, that's you need to be there on Monday. On
Mhm.
Monday, it's this coming Monday, August the
15th,
15th, starting at
9:30.
30. Okay.
But the program starts at 10.
Okay, Fran, I'm gonna ask you about how
Sure.
does it feel getting the Hall of Fame award? What is, I mean, you have a lot of awards. Well, what does this award mean to for you?
I was so shocked. I really was. I was so shocked. Um, you never know who's looking at you. You
That's
don't.
true. That's true.
It is an incredible honor.
Yeah.
It really, really is. It's an incredible honor. And when I looked at the company that I am in, oh my God. I mean, you've got some heavyweights
Yes.
being acknowledged.
Yes.
And then when I saw my name too, I was like, how did I get into this group of people?
Oh.
So it's
Yes.
a
Yes.
beautiful thing.
Yes.
It
Yes.
really,
Wow.
really is.
I tell them if you're doing anything on women in Columbus, it has to be Fran. It has to be Fran. So,
Thank
and
you.
I'm so glad that the Greater Columbus Basketball Legends Association uh, uh, are inducting you at the enshrinement on August the 20th,
Yes.
3 to 6, in the Worthington Christian High School. That's at 1485 LaSalle Road in Westerville, Ohio.
Mhm.
So you got to be there. I mean, it's one of those wow programs because, as you said, some of the people are getting awarded. I'm sitting at the table. I'm saying, "Wow."
Exactly,
You
exactly.
got a lot of the NBA players, some of the coaches, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful event to be at. So to be,
It
I'm
is, and to be part of that. And
yeah.
I cannot tell you the number of people I have run into who have congratulated me. I've been getting texts, I've been getting emails from people,
Well,
and
that's
I was like,
fine.
Yolanda Robinson, she's
Well, that's wonderful, friend. I'm so happy that you're being honored, and I can't wait. Well, if you hear anybody in the audience say "woo woo 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 woo," that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. And I hope it's you out there because we still have some tickets. You can get tickets. But look, when we run out, we run out. You can get tickets. It's at 850-528-3422. That's 850-528-3422. You can get tickets, and I'm going to see you on Monday and Saturday next
yes,
week.
you will.
So we're just going to be hanging out together on Monday and Saturday at the Women's Day of Prayer, and also on Saturday, August the 20th, at the Greater Columbus Basketball Legends Association Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony. And I'll see all of you out there next week on S. Yolanda Robinson Show. Thank you, Fran, for being on the S.
Wanda, thank
Yolanda
you so
Robinson.
very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.